The Democrats are turning on Obama. He's on his last leg, but according to Ted Cruz, there is still more to come in this fiasco that is Obamacare and the Obama administration. Welcome to Power News with your host Shikama. Obama said in his speeches leading up to the election, the 2012 election, the Democrats are turning on Obama. He's on his last leg, but insurance plan, and you will see your premiums go down by $2,500 across the board. Period. He punctuated by saying period. He gave a speech the other day that he said that would delay Obamacare for a year for the individual mandate. The insurance companies, for their part, became upset. And let me talk about that for a second. The White House is threatening insurance companies, trying to make sure that they do not come out against Obamacare. In so doing, they have asked one of their own to be the spokesperson and to be the one to come out and speak out against Obamacare. For their part. And why is this? Why this is because 70% of their insurance portfolio belongs to the federal government. That's right, 70% of all insurance companies, of every insurance company in the nation, their largest client is the federal government. So Obama is threatening that if you say anything against Obamacare, we will pull our business from you. So they are between a rock and a hard place. Everybody thinks it's the insurance companies that made the backroom deals with Obama. It wasn't the insurance companies. If you look at it, the insurance companies said that they were not consulted whatsoever. And this is what they continually say now. It was the big pharmaceutical companies that are the boondoggle for this. Why? Because Obamacare extends Medicare. What is it? Medicare Part B, where you pay for your medication with the insurance for everybody in the whole United States. That's the people that you should be mad at. It's not the insurance company. Why? Because the individual mandate is going to disappear. That means that for all of the insurance companies, all of their market for the individual market is going to vanish. There is no way that a company would allow that if they had been consulted. Of course, they would have said, no, don't do that. It is the big pharmaceutical companies who came out, like the Cheshire Cat on this one. You never knew if he was for or against Alice, right? Obama cannot legislate from a press conference. He cannot get out and make in front of the press and make a speech and thereby pass a law. He is not El Duce. He's not Lenin. He's not Mao Zedong. I'm sure he wants to be, but he's not. He's not. This is the United States of America. He cannot say, well, under the grandfather clause. That is not what the grandfather clause says. The grandfather clause says if your plan meets the requirements, you can be grandfathered in and you will keep your plan. That's what the grandfather clause says. It does not say that the president can call something grandfathered and then attach and then remove all requirements of the plan. That's not a power that he has. He cannot pick and choose. He does not have a line item veto as a part of his powers. The president of the United States doesn't have that capability. The GOP putting "you can keep your plan permanently" bill is in the works. The GOP is also trying to repeal Obamacare, and they have a bill coming forth with that also. The Democrats threatened Obama. They will sign they said that they would sign any legislation the GOP puts in front of them for Obamacare. Now, as far as that is concerned, I don't know if that was just the House representative speaking or the House and Senate Democrats. CNN and MSNBC are rushing to say, "Oh, if it gets to the Senate, it will fail." That is not the case. That is not the case. Senators are up for re-election also. Obamacare is the noose around Democrats' neck. I just don't understand how they thought this legislation was going to be so fantastic. Covered California forced insurance companies to sign a contract to cancel all plans that don't comply with Obamacare, to the tune of 1 million policies. Covered California is not going to comply with Obama's change of heart speech that he just gave the other day. So the exchanges are not going to go with Obama, and the insurance companies are not going to go with Obama. This has cost them millions of dollars. Why did I say cost it? Healthy people are not signing up for the exchanges. Only unhealthy people, to the tune of, Obama said 100,000 people have signed up. I don't see those numbers. I believe he's lying. You heard it here. I'll back that up. I believe he's lying. From my numbers, we have a few people in this state, a few people in that state. Where are these thousands and thousands and thousands of people that he's coming up with? I believe he is lying. And Kathleen Sebelius said even so in her testimony. He's trying to, in his speech, slow down the process because there is not 100,000 people who have signed up for it. Even with 100,000 people compared to 300 million, it's nothing. It's not even scratching the scratch of the surface, right? So he's trying to slow down the process and to get healthy people, young people, to sign up. Now, have you seen these advertisements that he's had for Obamacare? He's had a frat boy advertisement with frat boys doing a keg stand. A keg stand is where the fraternity boys in college grab a person, make them do a handstand on top of a beer keg, and the person then drinks the beer as much as they can hold until they run out of breath. There have been people who have died doing this. How is the Obama administration condoning this and trying to make this seem cool? Number two, they have now targeted the single young white female with an advertisement that says, do you have insurance? You will be covered for all of your contraception. And they list all of these things, and as they list these things for the young white woman who takes contraception, it paints her as being a slut and a whore and a loose woman in general. Is this the sort of thing that the Democrats want to convey? Now, I said in an earlier video that the largest block, I want to be specific, the largest voting block for the Democrats are single females. Single females. That doesn't mean I'm sorry, unmarried female. That doesn't mean they don't have children. That doesn't mean that they are not on welfare. The largest block are unmarried females. That could mean that covers all of the single moms and all of the sluts and whores and what have you. I'm not saying that all single moms are sluts, but I'm not saying that some aren't, right? Seriously, I'm not trying to say anything about that. But the advertisement is trying to get to that demographic. So they're saying, hey, slutty woman, you can do all of your promiscuous activity and Obamacare will support you all of the way. Is that First of all, are you comfortable with Obamacare trying to target you by calling out your sluttiness? First of all, is that how you want to be known? And second of all, is this how the Democrats want to be seen? They're the party of sluts? I don't get it. If after a year of no healthy people signing up for Obamacare, Obamacare will look like Europe's healthcare system. Super high premiums and only sick people in it. Once healthy people figure out they do not have to have Obamacare, the law will go into a death spiral where premiums are so out of this world, and they keep going up and up and up every year. There is nothing in Obamacare that says that they cannot raise premiums every year, every 6 months, or even every month. There's nothing in the law that prevents them from doing that. And if you are you're basing this off of legislation directly controlled by Congress and the presidency, the federal government, really a bureaucrats, then they can raise it up every day. It doesn't, and you have no control over it. That's where this is just so insidious. And there's some other things that I'd like to touch on. They delay Obamacare by a year. The federal government have to pay insurance companies the difference between their projected budgets and the loss from not having the people in the exchanges. Let me repeat that. So the insurance companies signed an agreement that they would go into this Obamacare stuff with Obama and the federal government, right? So they said, we project that if everybody signs up, we will have this many people and this amount of money will come in. These healthy people who never go to the hospital will sign up. They will pay monthly, and this is how much money we expect to make off of those healthy people minus the unhealthy people. Well, the federal government has to cut a check to the insurance companies because people are not signing up for Obamacare. So they are going to get a big fat check for free for doing nothing. This is all in these backroom deals that they did. Obama literally just cut a check for insurance companies today or the other day by saying that he's going to ask, he's delaying the individual plan. Well, if Obama says he's delaying the individual plan, and we have the GOP just signing a bill saying delaying the individual mandate, you have a meeting of minds, right? So even if what Obama said is unconstitutional, the House has just passed something very similar that is constitutional. I don't see why the Democrats are going to say that they're not going to vote for it, or why CNN, they're also very stupid. The mainstream media is crazy. November 2014, with no healthy people in the exchanges, Democrats are going to lose their shirts if they do not cancel and repeal Obamacare. That's just a fact. That means Senate, and that means House. That means in the House, the Republicans will have a super majority. That means they don't have to ask Democrats for anything. They just say, this is what we're going to do. It's done. Unless, some Republicans jump ship. If Obamacare is still up and running and a bunch of unhealthy people are paying $30,000 deductibles and $4,000 monthly premiums, they can kiss any hope of a political career goodbye, because there's nobody who makes $30,000 a year is going to pay a $30,000 deductible. That doesn't make any sense, does it? There is no way that you would vote for a Democrat. And why do I say Democrat versus Republican? Because the Democrats voted for Obamacare 100%. The Republicans voted against Obamacare 100% to the man. Obama is on his last leg. This is a fiasco. Now he wants to start talking about the good economy, which is completely false. The economy is not doing good. Unemployment is skyrocketing. It is going through the roof. There are more people falling off of the labor pools as we speak. This is terrible. Now let me get to some horror stories. So one of the federal commissioners was fired for saying that Obamacare should be delayed for a year. Boop, you're gone. Fired. Some of the senior advisors fired. Some of the even private sector people have been threatened to not say anything against Obamacare. They are running this. They are just pure gangsters. I'm sure the mafia is standing up, clapping at the bravado of Obama and his gangster administration. This is disgusting. Now there is a campaign going to as a silent resistance, a silent revolt against Obamacare, and I have reiterated this with people. Don't even go to the website. There have already been cyber attacks. There have already been ID theft. There have already been hacks. There have already been identity theft where they steal all of your information. They've already broken and hacked into the Obamacare website. Do not even go to the website. As soon as you go onto the website, you get what is called a flash cookie. Cookie is the thing that identifies your computer to the website. Under normal circumstances, you have what is called a cookie on your computer, and that tells the website that you have visited the site before, and it'll show the website what you've already done. If you signed up for something, if you logged in, if you looked at something, the cookie will contain all of that information. You can go to your internet browser under normal circumstances and erase all the cookies, and you'll be pretty much secure from any website, right? Attaching stuff inside the cookie. Not so with the Obamacare website. They employ what is called a flash cookie. You will have to Google remove flash cookie in Google to show you how to remove a flash cookie. It is a pain in the butt, and you have to search and go into your computer to remove it. It is a security risk. You are in charge of your security online. You are in charge of your information. Kathleen Sebelius already testified in front of Congress that they have not implemented any screening tests for the navigators. They have documented proof that the navigators are telling people to lie to the federal government to get subsidies to get into Obamacare. So you will pretend that you are some welfare queen to get subsidies from Obamacare. So we have a system that's already being implemented, and I can only assume this is coming from the higher ups. I don't believe that some navigator who makes probably minimum wage just thought up in their mind to tell people to defraud the federal government by saying that they're poor and they don't have this and that and the other to get free Obamacare. I don't believe that's true, because it was widespread. There is videos already on YouTube of many navigators telling folks how to defraud the system to get free Obamacare. This system is terrible. It's absolutely terrible. And at the very minimum, it destroys the Constitution and your freedom. There is a revolt going on not to sign up for Obamacare. I encourage everybody watching this video not to even visit. I'm a computer guy. I'm a web designer. I wouldn't even visit the website. Stand up for your rights. I don't care what the Supreme Court said. This is unconstitutional. You are being forced to pay for something just because you're alive, just because the federal government said so. That is unconstitutional. I don't care. Anyway, they blackmailed the Supreme Court, but that's another story, to get them to conclude that it was constitutional. I'm sure you know that story also. So do not trust the Supreme Court to uphold your rights or uphold the Constitution. This is unconstitutional. This is mafia style of government. We can do something very simple. Not go to the website, stand up for your own rights and your own security. Keep your information secure and private, and do not give it to the federal government. You have no idea who's looking at it and who's going to take it and use it for their own good. This has been Power News. Thank you for watching. Please, I've given you so much to talk about. Please leave a comment. Comments are what really help me. Thank you for watching the Shikama Live Show and Power News.